As we go through this course, there'll be some practical implications for practitioners. The first one that comes is training periodization and environmental stress. So understanding the environment we're in and the program that we have and how to account for thermal stress and the circumstances that allow our athletes to perform at the highest level, maintain performance without putting them at further risk. Monitoring core temperature and RPE. Core temperature can't be difficult to monitor in most cases. There are some ways of doing it. There are some tools and some probes. It's not ideal and doesn't happen in many cases, but there are some good proxies. Rate of perceived exertion is one of them. Heart rate is another one we can do. And even looking through other metrics such as hydration status, total workload, and with all the new measurements that practitioners have access to, such as VBT, there's a lot of different ways that we can start to evaluate what the impact of thermal stress is on the athletes. Going from information to intervention, cooling is definitely something that should be deployed. There are lots of different cooling interventions out there. We're going to go through all of that in plenty of detail, including the 3 different phases. Pre-cooling, so prior to activity, to sort of create more of a buffer for the total heat capacity that can be taken on during the training. Per-cooling, which would be during, so this could be intervals, depending on if it is a training context or a competition context. Obviously, a lot of nuances on location, environment, what that programming looks like. And then post-cooling, this is after. And there's a lot more research and discussion around about post-cooling, especially cold water immersion, ice baths, post-workout. We're not going to go into that too much. We're more focused on thermoregulation and maintaining those optimal limits, but we are going to touch on that a little bit in this course. And then finally, injury prevention and return to play, just understanding how thermal stress contributes to this aspect of training, and just some important things to keep in mind and how coaches can manage thermal stress for their athletes.